The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. The indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the freak-offs. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims. He seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs, more than 1,000 bottles altogether.
You know, I hate to have a stream of consciousness here, but you know, I was looking at that footage again of the prosecutor talking about the Sean Combs case, you know, aka Diddy, you know, like the indictment, and them showing the pictures of, you know, things they found, you know. And you know, I just, for some reason I feel like that guy was compromised, you know, downstairs. That he wish he was they wish he was at a freak off or something. They probably going home to a freak off after he does the press conference and shit. I'm not really trying to shit on him, you know. Yeah, I am trying to shit on him. You know, I have to say this, you know, I rarely talk about this, but you know, god damn it, there really is a boule class of motherfuckers. And you know, when I listen to him talking shit, the first thing that came to my mind was I forget, this movie was a Wayans brother movie. It was that movie, Don't Be Drinking Your Juice while getting shot in the hood or something. In that movie, with some brothers was talking about, and there was a conscious brother there. And he was talking, the conscious brother, you know, was wearing dashiki and everything. He was talking about how we had to stop all this black on black violence. And then, like, another guy, I think it's a guy in a wheelchair, confronting him by saying, "Why did you shoot this guy named Byron, like a year or something ago?" And he said that was different. Byron was light skinned. He said that was different. Byron was light skinned and shit. And I had a, you know, that shit came to mind when this motherfucker was talking and shit. I was like, I thought about that, and then I thought about like when Jonathan Majors got convicted, you know, like a misdemeanor assault charges, and then he ill-advisedly and stupidly went on Good Morning America or something, and they had a light-skinned chick with this gigantic fucking head, you know, like talking to him, and she had like this shitty look on her face, like she wanted to spit on him or something. And he was just pleading his case, and I was like, dude, you're like dark-skinned, and you have, you know, what some of those people in that industry call slave features and shit. I have slave features too, bro. But you wouldn't get no sympathy there, man. When they out to destroy your image, they always roll out like one of these boule motherfuckers. And if it ain't one of them, it's always a black woman and shit. Like, you know, maybe my skin tone, like medium skin tone and shit, or darker. You know, it don't matter with the sisters for the most part. But a lot of times they roll out these boule chicks. You know, a boule dude or some sus ass dude and shit. And it's just, you know, it's just weird looking at it. It's fucking weird looking at it and shit. I'm just tripping, man. It's always some bullshit, man. Like, these motherfuckers be the middle management of white supremacy and shit for real. They're like the lieutenants and that shit. And, you know, sisters, they're just worker drones or managers of that shit. To be straight up honest and shit. Like, I was annoyed when they were showing the baby oil and all that bullshit. It was just all about denigrating his image so that anything that he said or tried to expose somebody would be, you know, would be discredited and shit. Okay? That's what it feels like, anyway. That's what it feels like to me when I was looking at it. And I just thought about that motherfucker, you know, from that movie and shit. He shot the light-skinned dude, you know, and that was his explanation, that he was light-skinned. And the dude that did it, he was kind of light-skinned and shit. And he shot another light-skinned motherfucker. And I thought about that, man, because it's a ton of boule dudes out there. They always, like, down in our business and our communities, like, you know, sowing dissension and shit and separation and shit. They keep beating that war drum and shit down here. And you gotta, you know, what can you really say? We're as splintered as we are as a ethnic group and shit, as assigned ethnic group. We're as splintered as we are. Like, what can you really do about this shit? You would have to be like that movie, like literally like that movie, The Godfather. You would have to be that motherfucker. I forgot his name. The dude, Michael Corleone. You have to be on some Michael Corleone shit. Okay, telling you, be like a Scorsese movie down here in the hood, man. The only way you'll clean that shit up, and all this, the outside agents of chaos. If it wasn't the bootleg guys, it's trick or treat tellers and shit, motherfuckers pretending to be us and shit, and they ain't us. Just flaunting it in our face. They get these high post jobs, and you don't even know why until they open their mouth and start talking and shit. But I'm not even gonna do the whole, I'm not gonna do the Tariq thing and just take it on a case by case basis. I'm just gonna open up an umbrella, you know. Yeah, I was irritated. Get back to Jonathan Majors. One of the guys that initially exposed him looked just like this guy shit. Except the guy had some hair and a beanie and shit. I almost thought it was the same guy. I thought it was the same motherfucking guy, man. I was like, what are they cloning these guys? The minority majority, they think they're throwing a rock and hiding their hand, but like this shit is like a traffic light when you see it. I got nothing to say about Diddy being in jail that I haven't already said, unless he get the Epstein. I don't know when and where he will get the Epstein, but at some point he will get the Epstein. All right? He done seen too much shit. All right? He's seen too much shit. And as far as I'm concerned, this light-skinned dude, if I had to... Shit. Yeah. If I have to go, for another analogy and shit, him between this light-skinned motherfucker Diddy, black ass, he billionaire in jail with no rights, locked up. Might as well be in a black site. Yeah, I need to go back to, Al Pacino, who was the motherfucking Michael Corleone in that movie. You have to move like Michael Corleone around these motherfuckers, man. Once you start seeing these political people want you to do something for them, some kind of non-profit shit, you fucked. And straight up. But, if I had to use another Al Pacino movie, I gotta go with Scarface, man. When he goes to visit that I don't know what that guy was. It was some kind of like powerful guy, like a criminal, like a crime lord. This dude was super powerful, more than Scarface. He came with a guy to have like brunch or something with him at his mansion. And at one point the guy's like, oh, here, look in these binoculars. And he looked in the binoculars, and there was this motherfucker with these wraparound shades on, with that same dude that he showed up with in a helicopter. And they had beat his ass, and they threw him out of the helicopter. No boy wanted the guy that was talking to Al Pacino, the politician guy or whatever. This guy wanted him to do an assassination. This guy wanted him to know where they stood and shit. And I'm pretty sure Diddy had that experience, He should have stayed out of America, man. He should have stayed out of America, man. He should have kept moving. And shit, all them years he had to fuck his whole life up and career. He should have been building some shit like a James Bond villain out in like a place where he couldn't get extradited. He should have been building Diddy East. Fuck, man. Yeah. So, yeah, this light-skinned motherfucker is akin to that dude with the wraparound shades who ended up taking out Al Pacino and Scarface. He shot him right in the back with a big-ass gun while he was he was going ham full of cocaine and just blowing the shit out of everybody. He was already dying. But that guy with the wraparound shades is same as this motherfucker. This has been an esoteric thought in my ongoing coverage of the Diddy fiasco, which I now dubbed Pussygate.
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the black patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.